I'm Bayley from Evolving Alpha, and today I'm going to show you how to make a healthier, more balanced oatmeal breakfast. This is especially important for any of you who are more carb sensitive or who need to watch your blood sugar. This is going to be a great meal for you. Alright, for starters, I have 1 cup of water in my pot, and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup dry of steel cut oats. Now, while that starts cooking, I'm going to set my timer first so I don't forget this. The steel cut oats have to cook for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how you like the texture. So, I set my timer for 10 minutes just to remind me at that first time. While we wait on that to cook, I want to tell you a little bit about the differences in oats because there are lots of varieties and they affect your body differently. So, for example, there's a big difference in how instant oats will affect your body and your blood sugar as opposed to old-fashioned or quick oats, and then even steel-cut oats, which we're using today. So essentially, the difference is the faster the oats cook, the less healthy they are for you. So instant oats are going to be your worst. They're usually packaged with lots of sugar and stuff added to them as well anyway. Stay away from those. The quick cut or the quick cooking or old-fashioned oats take maybe 5 to 10 minutes to cook. They're kind of in between. They're getting better than instant, but not quite as good as the steel-cut oats. So the steel-cut oats take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes to cook. And that's because they're in their most whole form. So they've had the least amount of processing, which means it still has all of the bran and the fiber, the hull of the oat, still intact. So you're going to get the most vitamins, the most minerals, and the least amount of fast blood sugar spiking. So this is more of a slow release carbohydrate in your body. So definitely go with the steel cut oats for your healthiest option. Now also, while your oats are cooking, you can start to prepare your other ingredients. But I've got half of an apple chopped up. Just chop it up into small bite-sized pieces. I'm using a green apple like a Granny Smith just because that's what we have on hand. You can use any of your favorite type of apple. And then I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit because it's starting to boil up. You just need to have your oats on a simmer. Then I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon here, and what we're going to do is just sprinkle that over the top of these apples. And just kind of toss it, start letting it marinate in that cinnamon, just kind of soaking up the flavor. Now, the reason why this is going to be a more balanced oatmeal is because we're not just going to have carbohydrates in there. We're going to add other things in to beef it up so that we don't have to use as much oats. And it's going to add a lot more vitamins, minerals, nutrients, protein, healthy fats. So, other ingredients we're going to add, we've got 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and I'm using 1/2 scoop of a plant-based protein powder. Now you can use any protein powder that you want, any plant-based protein. Today I'm using the Run Everything Labs peanut flavor protein because I was making this recipe for my dad and he's a big peanut fan anyway. I think it'll go good with the apple and cinnamon flavor, but you can use vanilla or unflavored. Whatever you have is going to be great. And then last but not least, I'm going to add just a little bit of pure vanilla extract in there. It really just helps to bring out all the flavors. Alright, so our oats have been cooking for 10 minutes. Now I just have the stove on low heat. And now we're going to add in our other ingredients. So, as you can come see, there's still plenty of water in the pot. That's because all of these other ingredients are going to soak up water as well. That's why we start with more water than you would normally have for just the oats. So we're going to take our 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, dump those in there. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1/2 scoop of that peanut plant-based protein powder. And we're going to start stirring that up. And then once you get all this stuff in, if you have to add more water, you totally can. Just depends on the texture that you want your oats to be. And then lastly, I'm going to add just a little bit of the vanilla extract. So this is pure vanilla extract. And I'm just going to put a little sprinkle in there, like maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. And you can use a whisk or just make sure that you kind of break up the little chunks of protein powder in there and start mixing it all together really well. So the reason we add all of the other ingredients after the 10-minute mark is because we don't want to fully cook all of those healthy fats. We don't want to overheat those, and even the apples, which we're going to add now. So we allow the oats to cook to at least that minimum point, and then we add all the other ingredients in. So now we're going to take our 1/2 apple, sprinkled already with the cinnamon, and we're going to toss that into the pot as well. And the cinnamon, as well as just being for flavor, is also a really great way to help control your blood sugar levels. So cinnamon adds kind of another factor to the equation of slowing that blood sugar response in your body. And again, we're not trying to cook the hell out of these apples. They don't have to turn to mush. We're basically just warming them, heating everything up together. Okay, so now everything's heated through, everything's cooked to the consistency that I'd like it to be at. So now we're just going to transfer it into the bowl. It's not going to make the most beautiful presentation, but it smells delicious and it tastes amazing. And so there you have an amazing, more balanced meal than just a bowl full of oats. And if you wanted to, you can also add just some raw, unsalted mixed nuts. You could just sprinkle a couple tablespoons on top if you want to add some more calories to your meal. But this, if you make it just the way that we did here, you're going to have, this whole bowl is about 500 calories, 29 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of healthy fats. So it's really nice balanced meal, and this would be one of Fraser's portions. This is going to be too much for me. I would eat half of this. So 250 calorie, nice breakfast meal with about 15 grams of carbs, 25 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein, and then 10 grams of fat for the half portion. So this is a great meal. And if you want the written breakdown of everything, I will put that on our blog. Minnie's here to join me now. He smells all the good food cooking. So the written recipe we'll put on our blog at evolvingoutfit.com, and I'll post the direct link in the description below this as well. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope it gives you another healthy, balanced meal idea. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys again soon. Have an awesome day.